So we're going to talk about linear functions. These are functions of the first degree. Okay. Functions of the first degree. So a function f of x is linear if it's equal to a times x plus b, where a and b are real numbers. Okay? Where a and b are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. If a was 0, this would not be a first degree linear function. It would just be a constant horizontal line. Okay? Now, every type of line except for vertical lines are functions. Okay? So a vertical line is not a function because it fails the vertical line test. You can draw two dots and they overlap each other. Okay, so like x equals -2 is not a function there. All right? Now, an example that I want to go through is I want to find a linear function with the property f of -5 equals -6, and the slope of f is equal to 1/4. Okay, so that being said, I take into account the slope is the coefficient in front of the x term. So in general, my linear function is ax plus b. So the only things I need to find to get my linear function are a and b. Well, right off the bat, I know that my slope is 1/4, so that is a. So f of x equals 1/4 x plus b. Okay? There's only one other bit of information that I was given that I haven't used yet to get b. I use this right here. How do I use it? This tells me that everywhere I see an x, I put a -5. And everywhere I see f of -5, well, it equals -6. So let's replace f of x with f of -5. That means everywhere I see an x, I put a -5. And then what did we say? We said that this f of -5 equals -6. So I'm going to replace this f of -5 with a -6. Multiply through, get -5/4 plus b. To solve, I add 5/4 to both sides. So if I do that, I get b is equal to 5/4 minus 6. So 5/4 minus 6 gets me -4.5, with in fraction form, math frac, -19/4. Okay, so what does that tell me? I'm going to plug this in here. So my linear function is f of x equals 1/4 x minus 19/4. 19/4. Now, to graph, say I wanted to graph this function. Okay, let's add a little sticky in here. All right, now -19.4, that's my y-intercept. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little bit more. So it's like -4.75, right? So about right there. That's the y-intercept. And then what did it say? It said slope m is equal to 1/4. That means I rise 1 and run 4. So I'm going to go up 1 and then run 1, 2, 3, 4. So right there. Okay? And then I'm going to go up 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So I see the pattern. Okay? And so that is the graph of f of x. Okay? So when you're graphing and you have it in slope-intercept form, plot the y-intercept first, and then do the slope, rise over run. If it's a negative number, you're going, instead of going up, you're going down, and it would be a negative going down like that. That would be a negative slope. Okay? All right, so sometimes you have to use collect like terms to get it in this form, but just collect your like terms, get all your constants together, get all your x's together, and then you'll be able to simplify to get your a and your b. Okay? All right, guys. Good luck with your linear function.